Experience there. So I met this guy, and he was unable to actually talk to me directly for me to know that this is the reason why he behaves the way he does, because I would never give him an assignment for him to do it. So I realized that there was an issue, and if I invite him to my office to have a conversation, he will come, but he won't talk to me. He can come, fold his arm, and look at me throughout for me to say whatever I have to say. He will stand up and leave. So I needed to talk to my MD. That is when my MD calls him, and he opens up to him that in his culture it is not allowed for a woman to be his supervisor or whatever. So if the MD really wants to work with him, then he should be the one giving him the instructions. And I told my MD that this is an institution, and for Christ's sake, we are in the modern world where we know that it is not gender that defines roles. It's the person, how the person has developed themselves and how they are able to take up whatever responsibility they are given. So if it's by gender, why is he my subordinate, myself his superior? So it ended up that he had to leave the organization. He left just because I am a woman and he is a man. Yes. So, and I think there are people who are going through a lot of these things. As far as being a woman leader is concerned, some men will sit in the meeting, will sit in a meeting with you, try to make a point, and then all that they are trying to do is trash it. And their reason is that you are a woman. So they will look for every means and ways and every corner to cut it in order to make what they are saying to be laudable. Just because you are a woman. They don't want it to be like this initiative we are taking, this wonderful thing we are doing, came as a result of a woman's idea. So they try to push it whatever means possible. It's out there, but I'm happy to say that now it's not that much. I think it's minimal compared to before. So indeed, I have had that experience before. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. I wonder what this man is going to do by 7 January, realizing that we are going to have the first woman vice president. As a counselor and a mentor, what do you think are some of the remedies we can suggest to address these challenges where some men think women cannot boss over them in their work and wherever they find themselves?
I think some of the ways by which we can address these issues is education. Because everything starts with education. Good orientation at home. We should begin to learn from our homes, parenthood. And parents should begin to tell their young men what it means to be a man. And what it means to be a man, we're talking about women in the 21st century, but I think what we have also not mentioned is what it means to be a man in the 21st century. One of the keys what it means to be a man in the 21st century is to know a woman can be your superior. If she's more educated than you, if she's more skillful than you, if she's more qualified than you can't be her boss. She has to be your boss. If you want to be the boss, educate yourself. Acquire the skills. We are hearing from this great woman. She's doing the course, and while she's on it, she's registering for another. What does it mean? She's day by day developing, building capacity to become what she is. you want to meet her, you want to be over her, then you match up. So the challenge is, or the remedy is education, good orientation. Let us learn to understand the world has evolved, the world has changed. The world is not like Sister Sarah is gone, it's past. I remember some time ago at church or any younger, and then we're speaking English in church, and then one elder will come and will say, I won't come prophet. Then I asked him, elder, I didn't know, your mama and your mama, and he goes to school. You get it? Why should we go to school? You speak the local dialect because most of you didn't go to school. But you are paying school fee for your children, and you don't want them to speak English. What do you want them to speak then? So please allow us to speak English, because even the Bible we read as young people, we read the English version while you read the Tree version. So to express myself in church, if I will do it well, I have to do it with English because I read the English Bible. In short, let us learn. And the other one is mentorship. I think both men, elderly men and women, need to mentor. Pick a young guy, a young lady, and mentor the person. Mentorship will help the person to get his or herself ready for life in general. You can see from the scenario our sister was given as someone who was not mentored, someone who has not learned. It's one thing to go to school and another thing to learn. He needed to learn people relation. He needed to know what time is it. He needed to know this is the time we are in. This is how things are done. You don't want to do it like that, then you will be far behind. I think not long ago, just some few days ago, and my administrator was helping me with some apps on my phone. And I'm like, see, I don't know these things, but she taught me. And then I read them. Then I realized that something I was preparing, I just used the app she gave me, and everything came. The thing came exactly like I would have written it, and I would spend a lot of time to do it. But you see, she knew the apps better than me. I shouldn't say, oh, I'm an apostle, I'm an apostle doctor, so you can teach me. No, the world has changed. The Gen Zs are smarter than the blue boomers. They are smarter than the Gen X and the millennium generation. They are smarter than us. So all we can do is we match them, we learn, and then let us, I want to emphasize again, mentor young men so that they will be able to know how to relate with the young ladies. That's a very good reason.
This is very insightful. Margaret, can you share with us an instance where you have encountered an insurmountable challenge in your office, in your field of work, and how you were able to solve it? And what were the lessons that were learned in that process?
This sounds more